So now we have to make 15?
Yeah. To figure out our answer, we have to read across the
Thank you very much.
I want to say that what Montessori has done is amazing. 50 years of teaching children and making better citizens.
My name is Bill Walsh. I'm the Executive Director of Montessori School of Waukesha, and I have been working at the school for 17 years. However, I am part of the inaugural class of the fall of 1964, and my mother was the principal founder of the school. Montessori definitely means the opportunity for independence and for children to be who and what they are.
Oh, that's your neck there? Okay. How about your legs?
The method allows each child to move at their own pace until they achieve a level of mastery in each skill set before they're required to move on to the next subject.
It's really fascinating to find out how there is nothing by accident. Everything in the classroom has a purpose, and how Maria Montessori had made it that way and completely made it as a scientific experiment with children to determine which ones really worked over the last 100 years.
It's not everything out of a textbook, and there isn't a lot of worksheets, nothing like that. Everything in Montessori at the elementary level is very hands-on. So the children just really relish in using the materials. And the materials is what makes Montessori so unique. And our children are able to do things that would be unheard of, like doing square roots with pegs and square roots with golden beads.
We've done some very serious work in the past where the kids picked parts that they would play when it came towards, like, say, the last presidential election. We made a movie, essentially, on the Electoral College, and the kids wrote everything.
You're not bound by the grade level that you're in. When you are ready for more challenging material, it's presented to you.
A child said, "Could you please give me a square root problem that was into the hundreds of thousands?" And I mean, yes, and they did it, and they just do it joyfully.
If you take a look at our school right now, we're in a very nice growth pattern. We are constantly expanding at this point, and while you just look on the surface and say that's an incredible thing, it is, but what it means is we're outgrowing our space.
So for example, where we're currently a school of about 250 students, we also have a pretty significant proportion of our students who have special needs. In order to provide therapies for those students, in order to be able to meet their needs, it's a matter of space. So in some instances, we're using our conference room and our waiting room to be able to provide space for a physical therapist or a speech therapist to come into the building. And we'd certainly like to be able to have something that is more defined and more specific to the needs of those children. A music teacher on staff, a physical education teacher on staff, an art teacher on staff. The problem is because we're so limited for space, they become itinerant. They have to travel essentially from classroom to classroom when the students aren't studying their other subjects to be able to deliver their programs. I would love it if someday we could have an art room with a kiln, a piano in the music room that didn't have to be on wheels to roll from classroom to classroom. We're quite simply out of space. There is no more room at the inn. We are at the point now, especially where we have additional land available, where we would like to be able to add some additional classrooms for the core academics, in addition to the allied subjects of Spanish, French, band, music, art, and physical education.
Well, I think because we are very dependent upon tuition, we lose children who would love to attend but simply can't afford to attend. So that is always disturbing to me.
Currently, the school offers scholarships in the form of tuition assistance, and as a function of our operating budget, it's approximately 28 to 32% depending on the year. Our goal is to provide the method of education to any family that would want, but otherwise might not have the economic ability to be able to attend the school. Beyond that, when it comes to students either younger than 4K or after 4K, we have a scholarship program that is based primarily on economic need of the family. They are looking truly for what is best for their child. They are not finding it elsewhere, but scholarships only go so far. There's a limit, obviously, to the extent that we can help fund the education for the children. It's about classrooms, it's about materials, it is about the delivery of the educational model, but more than anything, it's about the teachers. They treat this as a vocation, truly. You can see it in their interaction with the children, you can see it in the passion that they show for the method of education, and certainly the extent to which they're able to deliver a very individualized instruction to all of their students.
I think that there's a deep respect and a deep acceptance of people that becomes a way of your life from this school. It's a great place. I've been here for 30 years and I'm still learning about children all the time and what makes individual children work to their potential.
We have a lot of goals, obviously, as the board, and we've purchased new property, and now we've got a 9-acre campus. And we really want to expand the Montessori curriculum. The closest Montessori training facility with a lab school attached is in Chicago. So it would be a really great thing to have something in the area that we could even work with all the different universities.
Think of it as a teaching hospital. Anytime you're a patient at a teaching hospital, you know that you have more than just 1 or 2 people who are looking at the best possible way in which to deliver whatever it is that you happen to need at that time. Education would be no different. Our school just celebrated its 50th anniversary, and we're looking for more members for our team. Your support and the support of the greater community will allow us to continue that legacy, and we're counting on you to join us.